All right. Let's rustle some jimmies. Tag mode should have come back. I think a lot of people agree with that. It's not the first time I've seen this sentiment. As soon as the Kameo system was mentioned, now it would have been nice if the Kameo system was just their Mortal Kombat name for tag, but it is not to be, right? It is not to be, right? Now the Kameo system in MK1, if anyone doesn't know, is basically you press a button and the Kameo character will run out, and depending on the direction or the simple button press that you do, they'll do a special move, right? So if you tag in Katana, like if Katana was a Kameo, she'd run in and do a fireball, you know, or like a fan throw fireball, right? And then she'd run back off again, right? It doesn't take away from the character on screen. It adds to like combos or additional damage. But the thing is though, is that I don't buy the rubbish statement that Ed Boon said about, oh, barely anyone uses it. It wasn't a played feature. We're talking about an era where the only metrics you probably had was gauging online play, right? You don't know how many people were playing tag offline. You don't know how many people were playing that stuff with their friends, right? And we may not even know the full metrics of what they actually could cover, let alone just simple win and loss ratios. We don't know, right? So I don't buy that. I think the Kameo system is lazy. It only appeals to people that are going to try and do these stupid massive combos, and that's a pain in the bum, right? Right. One thing, by the way, I was saying this the other day. One thing I liked about like MK9 was actually like this, and previous MK games. When you did more hits, you got less damage. Well, we know that's gone away, right? So, with tag mode, you get 2 fully realized characters that you can use at any time you like. There is no restriction. There's no cooldown. There's no little meter that says, oh, you can't call them out yet because you've used up whatever, right? They've literally locked like 3 or 4 special moves that you are required to have access to, because if you don't, your opponent's going to have more. One thing I'm actually going to do in Mortal Kombat 1 is I'm going to try and beat people without using a Kameo fighter to prove how useless and inept that this particular feature will be. And it's going to annoy people because they're going to have a Kameo fighter run out and then disappear, and they're like, man, you rendered the character. It's a fully rendered skeletal character. It looks great on screen. It's already got special moves. It's part of fatalities, fatal blows. Why the heck couldn't you why couldn't you just make like a massive Armageddon 2.0 roster and have every character and then have a tag system? But don't lock it into you can only play tag mode. That's the other thing. Dude. Right? You've got to. There's no other 1v1 mode in the game. You've got to have cameos, or that's it. That's awful. That's awful game design. It's a gimmick. I'm not saying it's not going to be fun. It's ridiculous fun. I have no doubt. But then the fun will disappear and it will just be left ridiculous. Right? That's all it will be. Now, I'm not saying you can't have fun. I've had people come in and, yeah, you know, like, twist the blood out of your panties for God's sakes. Like, it's just a video game, right? I'm allowed to have my opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion. It's all good, right? Just relax. The fact that if anyone out there that says they're an MK fan and they love everything Mortal Kombat and never criticize it, you're not an MK fan, you're a sheep, right? You're just a cult follower at this point, okay? The way things improve and get better is when, you know, the public, that when they see the game or get their hands on the game, can go, okay, this is a good thing or it's not a good thing. Now, granted, I don't have my hands on the game yet either, but neither do you. And the people that are going to stress test this naturally are going to be people who have been given codes, who are YouTubers or big Twitch streamers or whatever, who are going to say positive things because they need those doors open. Do you think they're going to give codes to people like MK Confessions on Twitter or me that are actually like vocally like worried about the state of Mortal Kombat 1? What are they going to call the next Mortal Kombat game? You ever worried about that? You ever worried about the Kameo system being an issue? And check this out, right? They actually got combos, right? This is the cool thing, okay? So the Kameo system, as far as I have determined from what I've seen with in-game mood lists from Mortal Kombat 1, the cameos aren't part of a combo. Like, they haven't sort of got their own unique sort of combo thing that they do. It's just that you do a combo, you might pop them up, or they might pop up, you know, from the cameo, and then you do whatever, right? So in this instance, you've actually got cameo combos, and they change depending on the character that you're using, right? So, and that's really cool. I love that. It's awesome, right? And then you go back in, you can check the fan list, the move list, and say, oh, okay, all right, we can do this now. Okay, all right, cool, all right. It's great. It mixes it up. And you also have, you've got a quarter circle forward, and it uses one of your bars move, right? It actually does like a special move and brings them into the game, right? Or if you do it quarter circle back and do it, then they do a special move off screen and then disappear. They actually get in screen, right, faster and leave faster than the cameo system. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Right. It's so quick. Right? MK9 is just lightning fast as a game though. Like, it's just crazy. Can I catch her? Hang on. There we go. We're gonna be a little bit closer. Hang on. Right. So I do have massive amounts of worries with the cameo system, because I think it's basically like, you know, it's going, well, we're gonna almost give it to you. It's like going to McDonald's and you oh man, that Big Mac in the picture. Oh yeah. And then they give it to you in the manky box. You got half the manky mayo lettuce hanging out, right? It looks like the meat has been in a bad abusive relationship for the last 6 weeks. Right? The pickle doesn't look like a pickle, you know, and you know, you pick it up and you squeeze it, and just lard falls out of it, and you're looking at this going, and then you look over the picture, not as described, right? And then some zealot for Big Macs comes along and goes, well, it's still a Big Mac. You know, just be thankful. I love gamers, man, that sit there and go, you should be thankful that we're getting another Mortal Kombat game. Why? I didn't make it. I don't care. I've got all the previous MK games. This game, I'm gonna just to like, you know, right? Like, I've got some modded characters in here, but like, let's go with the base roster, right? Forgetting Triborg, okay, and Freddy, right? So forgetting Triborg over here, okay. We got a 30 strong roster, and not just 30 strong. It is, all of it is strong. Every single one of these characters in MK9 is mint. Absolutely mint. Every single one of them. I can pick up any of these characters and I can play the game and beat the game and play online with people when I was playing online in the PS3 days and not have a problem. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right? Not an issue. Right? Not an issue. And then MK10 comes out, and I start to see the cracks. And then MK11, and they crack that wide open. And then we got Mortal Kombat 1, and I'm just like, yeah, you know. Like, on the surface, yeah, they've scaled back. I love the aesthetic. Like I said, I'm 90% there. But I'm very worried about the game engine. A lot of people are saying it, so not just me. I personally love the graphics in MK1. That's fine. God! See what I mean? You know what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. They're going to release an expansion for Mortal Kombat 1. And it's going to change the name. Right? They're going to do that. It'll be called like Mortal Kombat, you know, new era or something like that, because the expansion will be titled something. And just like how we get like Mortal Kombat Ultimate, like 11 Ultimate Edition, stuff like that. But what they'll do is it'll be more nuanced than that, because they know that it's going to annoy people. I don't care what Boone says. Like, it's just a rubbish design. Like, just rubbish. Right? Absolute rubbish. Right? I love doing this combo. I love that. It's 2 moves, a lot of fun, right? I love that. I love that. I love that kick that Ermac does there. It's amazing, right? What's it? Then let me just do one more tag combo, right? What have we got for him? Clear mind. Okay, all right. Here we go. Like Kameo's is just lazy tag, and then insult to injury by going, here's a fully rendered character, but you can't have it. That should annoy anyone. And like I said, I'm not saying the game's not going to be ridiculous fun, but eventually the fun will go, and it will be ridiculous. Anyway, see you next time.